With round number 6 out of the way, we are now entering into round number 7, and I'm excited. Hope you guys are as well. There is one more round to go after this. Ooh, it's been a long one. I hope you guys have been hanging on to your seats. I hope you've been enjoying this wild ride with me. But for the second to last duelist we'll be featuring for this round, it's going to be a really interesting one. We picked 2 specific decks. They're currently X1, but don't let that fool you. They're playing pretty dangerous decks. So, welcoming to the stage, all the way from Australia, we have Michael Duke. Thank you for joining me, man. Welcome, welcome. Traveling all the way from Australia, how has that been like for you?
Very long. It was a very, very long trip. 14 hours to Abu Dhabi and then 7 hours from there to London. So, long, long trip.
Like, I can't even begin to understand how much jet lag you probably have at the moment. Like, are you holding up okay? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm holding up all right.
I mean, playing 7 rounds, being X1 already, vying for your spot into hopefully getting into top 32, making it into day 2, and seeing how you get from there. Do you think the deck choice that you made for this weekend was a good one?
Yeah, I do. It's a deck I'm very familiar with, so I thought it was better than trying to go for a stronger deck, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, do you have any regrets of probably playing the whole entire event that maybe you could have probably made a different side deck choice for the event, or you thought maybe some of these matchups were actually pretty safe and my side deck was actually pretty okay too?
So far, I haven't regretted any of my side deck choices or any of my main deck choices. I think maybe my extra deck could have been fixed a bit.
Okay. Well, thank you for talking to me, Michael. Take your seat. And then from the left corner, we have Jan. But I'm not going to even try to pretend to pronounce his name. Could you say it for me?
Sure. It's Wasilczuk.
You heard it here. No, I can't. I am not going to even attempt it. I'm going to show him a lot of respect with it. Where are you from, actually?
I'm from Poland.
From Poland?
Yes.
Okay. So that was actually a bit of a trip for you as well. How was it for you?
Well, we got up at 3 o'clock and then we had flight at 5:50. And that was a big trip.
And did you get into the pre-registration or for the registration on the day?
We got to the pre-registration.
Because there was like the pre-registration of 1,692 players already on day 1. Was it hard for you to get in? I hope you enjoyed the venue so far?
I mean, the venue is very, very nice. I like the size of the venue and also the Comic-Con venue.
Okay, being able to see cosplay of some of the favorite Yu-Gi-Oh characters, talk to some of the voice actors that came on today. I hope that the duels that you had this weekend was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Okay, well, I'm a man of few words, Jan. Thank you very much. You could take a seat and we can get this duel underway. Now, the table is set. The duelists are going to get ready, hopefully getting on. And we welcome you, the casters of this round, Sebastian Lemke and Leonard Koenig.
Yo, what's up guys? Today we're here for another live match of the coverage of YCS London.
Thanks, Steven. Or rather, Leonard.
No problem, no problem.
We have really a nice feature match lined up again. 2 guys that have traveled quite a bit to actually get to this event. I mean, the travel of our Australian guy.
21 hours and then like the time you spend in between the flights
exactly.
on the airport.
It's like
nice.
a day or so.
Yeah.
24 hours even. And he's like kind of a myth during the last few rounds because we couldn't find him on the pairings, but we heard he's playing a very interesting deck, and so we really wanted to feature him actually, and we finally managed to find him on the pairings, and we were like, yes, let's go for him now. Let's go for Michael Duke in this round, because Michael Duke is playing a fan favorite deck here for you today.
He is running the Elemental Heroes, guys.
Yes.
He is running Elemental Heroes. Me, a big Yu-Gi-Oh! GX fan. Of course, I'm super pumped to see this deck. It has received recent support.
It did.
With the Vision Heroes, like Faris, what a card.
And also like the last limited and forbidden list pushed it up again because Destiny Hero Malicious is also available at free again now.
Yeah.
So you can just play with everything. Stratos is at 3 as well. So all the weapons are loaded for this deck.
Yes,
I talked to a few players and they're like, hopefully Hero wins this weekend because it always has been a favorite deck of fans.
I mean, it's not really like, I mean, it is a fan favorite.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not a favorite for the tournament
Not really.
necessarily.
Not
But
really.
I mean, it has been performing pretty well. We also have another one who is playing X and 1 right now, another hero deck, which is kind of a similar build. We have talked to the players, shoutouts. And yeah, why don't we just go over to the featured match?
So the first question I'm asking myself is, Michael going to go first or second if he wins the die roll? What do you think? This deck really
So
can
you're rather
go
asking
second.
me than yourself.
I do ask myself, but now I actually ask you because you're the person next to me, I guess.
Thank God. Okay, so I think that Michael is not the person who wants to go first. And with the person, I mean, he's not running necessarily going first deck because the best board that heroes can put out is actually Dystopia and Darklaw. And Darklaw is not good versus Thunder Dragon.
Sometimes the Thunder Dragon deck even plays Dimension Shifter to get advantage out of the banishing. So when your opponent puts up
actually
Darklaw,
helps his opponent.
oh, but he is able to go second here.
Yeah, and he has Impermanence Stratos. Stratos not necessarily doing too much versus the deck, especially as his opponent has... Okay, he has soft combo, so maybe he only ends on 1 Colossus.
That would be good for him right here.
Yeah, then Impermanence would do a lot. Also, there are no... Okay, he has Allure of Darkness and Pot of Desires. Maybe...
There could be a
there will
lot more coming,
yeah.
right? Yeah. The best case scenario usually for a player that plays a heavily going second favorite deck is to lose the die roll. Exactly. That's so funny. Normally you're just praying to win all your dice rolls in the tournament. And as a hero player, Michael just asked for a lot of die roll losses. He's like, in the deck feature, he may be telling the people, yeah, I successfully lost all of my die rolls. And I was very happy with it. But we didn't see the die roll here, but he managed to go second all in all.
Oh, he played my favorite card of the weekend.
Ooh.
E Mascarena. Okay, so this card opens up so many possibilities from most of the decks. I mean, now he could just search Thunder Dragon to just summon 1 Colossus, and as soon as the Colossus gets outed by the Impermanence, maybe, then he can just also quick summon the Unicorn, which is still absolute madness.
Would you say that Mascarena also is a staple in the Thunder Dragon deck now?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's, I think, by far the best generic Link 2 that points down left and right. I mean, people have been playing the Psy Frame Lord Lambda.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah,
it's probably the replacement for him in general cases, right?
I mean, he just has more attack points, 900. But she has a
way better
strong effect. Yeah.
Definitely, I agree. This card really, seemingly the most impactful card from the last set. From Cyberdark Impact. Oh no, not Cyberdark Impact.
Cyberdark Impact. You're in the wrong year.
Yeah, very old set, but a very similar name.
Cyberdark Impact actually had 1 card that has caused a big hype when Master Rule 4 was announced.
Tell me about it.
Senate Switch.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That is definitely true.
Oh, so
he went Titan.
Wow, okay. Titan with the 1 pop.
Is he even going to get Colossus from here on now?
Is he not trying to? He has normal summon something.
So oh, he's passing. So let's think about it. Is Titan maybe better versus Hero? Is he aware of the fact that his opponent is playing Hero maybe? Maybe he saw it at the top tables. Yeah. It is possible, at least.
That's always a possibility. I mean...
That's a big advantage in this scenario, of course.
Yeah.
You don't want to know your opponent when you're playing like a spicy deck. He should not know before the match.
I mean, Titan is really strong versus the Faris.
Yes. And Faris really is like what made the deck really good in the latest time because it's Faris, so strong.
Faris, let me explain this really quick. You can discard a hero monster and then you can special summon him from your hand and then you can put a vision hero monster from your deck to your spell trap zone, count it as a continuous spell trap, kind of similar like the Crystal Beast.
Yes,
which is ironic because it's also a GX archetype, so that's really a GX thing. Okay, so then you can send the Increase to your spell trap zone. Increase, when it is a spell trap card, can tribute a hero monster to special summon itself and then special summon out a hero monster from your deck.
Yeah.
You are, because of Faris, restricted into summoning hero monsters, otherwise there would be crazy combos.
Absolutely.
But I kind of forgot that he can just normal summon Stratus because there is no Colossus. I was so sure there was going to be a Colossus.
And now the board he has to play through is only a Masquerena, which can bring out the Unicorn. The Titan is already negated.
Or did he negate the Masquerena?
No, he did negate the Titan. He pointed towards the Titan, definitely.
I did not see that. I was kind of, when I was explaining, I was looking at you for a reason.
Oh, and he actually searched for the perfect discard fodder of the Faris. He's discarding the Malicious, so he already has a super good combo. That's basically a 2-card combo for this deck.
With Malicious, we're back in Cyberdark Impact times, basically. I mean, it wasn't the same set. There was probably like a year in between, or maybe 2, but it's like Stone Age.
A pretty old card, which luckily got some reprints in the meantime, right? Because it was a very rare card back in the day, and it was so impactful. Like when remembering the good old days, playing Disc Commander, playing Malicious, that was a really powerful card. Powerful combo already, or like powerful deck in total. Rather.
Oh wow, he did not respond to the increase. So I think that I mean, if you don't know Hero too well, then you probably don't know this. But at this point, I would have advised him to use Masquerena and to link away with Titan and go into Unicorn to shuffle the increase back to the deck, because now it's going to be really hard to recover from that.
Now on
to play versus
the bus has started its engine and it's basically rolling into the OTK direction, isn't it?
And I mean, if he does not want to OTK, which he should, I would advise him to OTK.
Definitely.
Then he could just,
But in the case of Jan, it really feels bad to link away your Titan and your Masquerena for just a Unicorn, which then has one effect, but afterwards it's just a vanilla monster on board, basically.
But Titan is also just a vanilla.
For nowadays, sadly. But maybe Jan still has hope that his opponent cannot overcome it.
I mean, it's 2019. Michael has 3 monsters on the field and 4 cards in hand, or 5 even. I do not think that there's a scenario in which he isn't not able to get rid of the Titan.
Yeah. He also searched for one of the other newer hero cards that is in the hero deck of him. It is a Destiny Hero Dynatak. And I think that's just a card you want to get into the graveyard real quick. That's usually what the hero players are trying. And
he searches out Polymerization, another nice effect of Vision Hero Vian.
Yes, oh, it's so versatile. If you get the engine going and it's not interrupted on the first thing you actually do, like interrupting the Stratos or so, you're just very, very hard to basically stop. So now comes Malicious, extending, going on. Oh man, that extra hero Cross Crusader, obviously one of the first hero Link monsters as well. So heroes basically had all of the episodes, right? They were fusions, they were just the normal monsters, they were the effect monsters.
Do we have synchros?
That's a good question.
I don't think we have synchros.
Oh, they missed out on that.
Yeah.
Heroes were sleepy at that point.
So, there is another fusion summon. Let's see which one it is.
Yeah, let's just quickly look through the extra deck, and that should actually be the Dystopia, Destiny Hero Dystopia. And that Dystopia basically is kind of similar to Zodiac Trident, if I remember correctly, because if it has a different attack than its original attack, you can then make your opponent, or you destroy one card on your opponent's side of the field and make it its original attack again then.
Yeah, so that's one card. If you have to start, this is one of the cards that you set up together with Darklaw.
It is indeed.
To at least have some kind of a board. Not too good versus Thunder Dragons.
Indeed, because Colossus could normally protect it by card effects, Titan as well. But right now the Titan is negated. So there's a way he can actually overcome this all here. But look, Michael is kind of shaking his head. If he's not able to break this board, I'm really having struggled to imagine him winning this game, because after this turn, Jan again has a lot of stuff available. Oh, one of the oldest cards I've seen in a while here.
This is the card that Aster Phoenix father lost or something.
Was it an anime reference?
Yes, when he was kidnapped, then there was one Destiny Hero card that was too powerful that he did not keep with the other Destiny Hero cards.
Ooh.
And that one got away, and that was Destiny Hero Plasma.
And why is it so powerful?
I mean, have you read it?
No. That's what I was leading up to, so you can tell me what it does, in case people did forget about this card, because it's so old already.
You contribute 3 monsters, to special summon it,
Yeah.
and then you are skill draining all of your opponent's monsters.
Nice.
They have no effect, and you can absorb a monster to equip it to the card, and then he gains half the attack points.
That seems like a combination of
Yeah.
Tiger King and Thousand Eyes Restrict.
Yeah,
Just
and
older and
yeah.
better, because it's both of them.
Yeah, and it's searchable.
It is searchable indeed,
So
yeah.
the Titan got popped already by Dystopia.
But now he's
no.
using the Masquerena, I would assume.
I think he's considering it. I
But-
would not know how.
What would be the monster you could link summon there? He only has Masquerena on board.
Super Poly Link Summon, let's go.
Ah, that would be a pretty good card, I would assume.
Yeah.
I think people would play this card.
I mean, the new Unchained cards that just came out.
Right.
Kind of go
Sadly,
in
we
that
haven't
direction,
seen that
yeah.
at all this weekend so far. From the new additions in, from the new themes in the last set, actually the Unchained has not performed too well this event so far. We didn't
Yeah.
see a lot of them at the top tables.
Yeah,
We
I have
actually
to
saw
try to-
Marines deck
Yeah.
doing pretty well at the top tables.
Yeah.
We're having an eye on him, maybe featuring him later, to be honest. But the Unchained stuff looks very, very interesting when you can just link summon in your opponent's turn. So IP Masquerena basically being the hero of them. Playing versus heroes here, it's not looking too good for her though.
So Dread Decimator was summoned. That
Oh,
one
yeah.
gains a lot of attack points for 100 each for each hero in the graveyard.
And doesn't
And
it also bomb the opponent's board normally? Or was it another one?
No, that was a different one. This one just deals piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
So Plasma.
But is that
nothing's
enough
good.
damage? That's not enough damage, right?
No, that should not be enough damage.
And then Plasma was kind of a giveaway because
Yeah, he could
he
have.
did not
could've
really
just
got any value out
sucked
of
in
it.
the Masquerena.
Yeah. That's kind of...
Oh,
Oh, he has Honest Nails in hand.
Yeah, and
That's game, right?
And he has Mask Change in hand, so he can actually just go for the Vision Hero.
Whichever one he likes, right? Oh,
no,
no, it's
Mask
a
Hero.
wind one.
He doesn't even play it.
Isn't it Dian? Or which one is Dian? No, Dian
I
is
mean,
a
he can
water
still go
one.
for Darklow,
It should be Blast,
but it's
right?
game.
Whatever they recognize. I think already with the Honest Nails, he had
Yeah.
enough damage on board. So, hero deck showing what it's capable of
Yeah.
at the moment. 1-0 for our friend from Australia. Michael caught Jan off guard there. I don't think he expected to
much
play
indeed.
versus heroes here.
No. And do you think he's going to let him start because he does not really know that his opponent is playing a Ghost second version? I mean, he got OTK'd, but for example, Thunder Dragon can OTK as well if the board isn't too impressive. Also, you have seen all those cards like Faris, cards that can special summon a lot, so this deck might actually be able to pump out a big board. The board of Dystopia and Darklaw isn't too bad, but versus
Thunder
Thunder Dragon, it's
not that good.
Not really doing anything.
Like, let's be honest, even if you play versus heroes for the first time right there, and you saw what happened in this first game, what is your decision on going first or second with this deck now? With the Thunder deck,
if I have never seen the hero cards before, I would still try to go first. And that actually happened to me, and I did that. Also with Thunder Dragons. Because, I mean, you can still pump out a big board with Thunder Dragon and have, like, additional hand traps. And you don't know what's coming. Your opponent might play some Isolde stuff, where he goes into crazy combos and end up on Appaloosa. Like, how hard can it be for this deck to end up on Appaloosa plus multiple negates? He might play Curious or something. You don't know.
Yeah, definitely not. So, Jan, okay, that to me looked a little like he told Michael to go first, and I think I would definitely agree on this decision.
I mean, it's the right decision at this point. I'm just saying I would not judge him.
Yeah,
So-
definitely not.
Okay.
So, still Stratos shining on the screen for Michael Stratos.
Stratos.
One of the oldest hero monsters, and still a very valid one.
Okay, so we are seeing. I mean, Stratos
we
Impermanence.
are seeing the
he
new
has
hands
the
now.
Destiny Fusion. Fusion Destiny. I'm super
Yeah,
sorry.
that's a new card from Dark Neostorm, and it is played in a triple, right?
Yeah, and you can fusion summon from your deck like Shadow Fusion when your
very
opponent has an
similar
extra
to.
monster.
Oh yeah, and that's why you can use Ash Blossom on it, right? Similar
Yeah.
to the Shadow Fusion. Oh, but then you cannot use the Ash Blossom on that anymore.
And he has a good hand. He has Shadow Mist as a discard, so he could actually special summon Plasma on his first turn, protect it with Dystopian attack reduction effect, right?
That sounds like an hilarious plan to me.
Yeah.
You should definitely go for that.
If you build the deck, then you will have Thunder Dragons in mind.
You should, because if you look at the metagame breakdown, Thunder Dragon actually is the second most represented deck of the whole tournament. And it was to be expected, because it's kind of the sheepish deck at the moment, because Megatins made all the Thunder Dragons very affordable and available to everybody.
And also the deck has not seen any kind of hits on the last Forbidden Limited list.
Correct. So it just seems like a natural choice for the event. You played Thunder Dragon before the, like in the last format, so why not continue to play it?
Yep.
Just seems good all in all.
And he is searching.
Oh, he's searching for the Plasma. He heard you. I think he heard you right there.
I hope he didn't. That would be coaching, I think. So he
the judge is interfering right now.
Increase to the Spell Trap Zone.
What do you actually think of Nibiru being a factor versus this hero deck? Because you definitely have to commit over 5 summons, so that hero deck, when he has to go first, can really be hurt by Nibiru.
I would say yes.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, you have the Malicious in your graveyard, so it's a great resource, but you can easily just wait out him using both of his Malicious, and then the hero player, like the hero deck itself, is not a deck that has a lot more resources a turn after turn 1. So if you just Nibiru him, he should be very, very limited in his plays, to be honest. That seems like an uncomfortable scenario Michael could get into. But right now, Jan does not have Nibiru, of course. He's playing it in the main deck, but he did not draw it in the first or in the second game.
Summoned, special summoning back the Malicious. So is he going to use the Polymerization?
That old card, the OG Polymerization.
Cross Crusader attributes the Malicious to special summon another hero monster from the deck.
Yeah. Just
what a card.
Exactly. All these new hero cards are really, really powerful. And it's kind of hard for me to understand that this deck is going so under radar, because you have seen heroes topping here and there, like a little bit.
I mean,
but it's not really going overboard.
There are so many limitations. Oh, not so many limitations, but rather one big one on many cards, which would be you cannot special summon anything but hero monsters, and there are so many good generic cards in the game that you cannot use. You cannot, like the big negate cards like Appaloosa or the Orcust combo even, are out of the picture if you use your Fares, which is arguably the best starter the deck has, or combo piece.
Yep. And he finally activates the Polymerization, and actually our Link monster does not special summon out, it rather searches to the hand, but that is unimportant for Polymerization, because you can use it for both, or from both places rather.
So Dystopia you summoned. I mean, you could go for Dystopia Plasma, that wouldn't be a problem for him, right?
It shouldn't be, it should really not be.
I really want Plasma to be summoned.
And when you know that you're playing versus Thunder, you probably don't even go into Dark Law. Like in game 1 you had that risk when you have to go first, that you're just doing your usual board and you go into Dark Law. But now that you know your opponent is playing Thunder Dragon, I don't think you would.
Does he have another Malicious in the deck? I think so, right?
He should have, yeah. That's his second Malicious.
He could go Plasma and then special summon another Malicious out and then set the mask change. So if his opponent searches out a card, then he can summon the Dark Law in response to that.
Yeah, good old Malicious.
So he actually goes into the Link 3.
Oh, what comes there now? Oh, that's the Dread Decimator again, right?
Dread Decimator, right.
Oh, I have to actually get him up on the screen. Okay, he's not available right there.
That doesn't seem to work. Okay, so we have nice card packs for you. That's also fine. Well, okay, so there's the Plasma.
Yeah, that's fine. Just knowing that the Plasma is in hand. Oh, mask change as well. So he still goes into the Dark Law. But it's kind of a thing, as we talked about it, there's not a lot of maneuverability for him. He has to go into Dark Law somehow, because it's just the best end board he can produce, and there's not another way to go into this combo.
He chained it on to the Thunder Dragon effect now, so I like that.
Yeah.
So he can get rid of maybe a Thunder Dragon, which would be rather less effectful.
Yeah, that's actually true. So that appears to be...
So in a way of playing into the Dark Law, Jan actually plays around Dark Law.
That seems like a danger effect.
No, that is Dark Law.
Oh, that's Dark Law, of course. Yeah, right. Oh, that was what you were just talking
he
about.
Took out the Allure of Darkness, which would be the only card that might allow Jan to play.
Oh, he has Mind Control now.
Oh no, he can just tribute summon the... Oh no, he can't tribute summon, it's Mind Control. You cannot tribute summon the card.
Oh, the card is so old that you could remember.
He cannot go into the Roar in his hand. Wow, the Allure banished by Dark Law. That was huge.
True. Like, Dystopia may be able to pop itself right there, right? That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He wanted to have the Dystopia, so he just says, yeah, I'm going to pop
even
itself.
have access to link plays.
And look at Jan, he's not really happy right now.
He could just summon Ash Blossom and then go into Phoenix and then cost banish the Roar.
Oh.
And
do we see
Michael
it right
just denied that because he popped his own monster for before Mind Control could
that
hit.
Was a class act.
That was
and Jan just
really
passed
good.
turn and
yes.
Michael double-checked. Wait, really? It's my turn again? You're finished right there?
Michael really going next level plays right there by popping his own monster to prevent the Phoenix that would lead to a banished Roar.
And look, he drew into Dark Ruler
so he
more.
did not expect to go first this match, obviously.
That first. Also, he's main decking 2 copies of Dark Ruler no more. And I think Dark Ruler no more has not really been seen a lot of popularity lately.
Yeah.
At first, when the Megatin promos were released, everybody was like, Dark Ruler no more, Nibiru. But mainly people were hyping Dark Ruler no more, to be honest.
Yeah.
But when people started to play with the new cards, Nibiru saw a lot of play, but Dark Ruler no more went back in popularity a lot because the big combo boards aren't available because Nibiru is there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun because 2 very, very strong cards, but the other one isn't as popular because of the first one.
Yeah, that is actually really an issue. I mean, we could have crazy combo decks right now, even though Agar Pain was hit on the last Forbidden Limited list, which is great, I think.
Yeah.
Do not necessarily like that card.
Yeah, the combo boards were just super, super strong and was
what
kind
a
of
top deck.
undestroyable.
Hawk was such a great top deck. This one allows him to play, really. So he just uses Hawk, banishes it, and then he can special summon the Thunder Dragon back, and then he can tribute that one for the Thunder Dragon Roar. Or he just summons Ash Blossom and goes for Phoenix, and then banishes the Roar, because still Dark Law is a thing.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like the tribute summon is away. Oh no, he's linking away here.
Oh, he can go into Titan.
Oh, he just goes Colossus. Yeah, of course. Okay.
He can go into Titan by banishing the Roar now.
Yeah, well, that seems like a good plan because Titan then can just take apart the opponent's board very easily.
I mean, there are no effects he can activate just yet, but he can special summon out Dark. Then he can go into some Summer Summoner. And then he can search for a fusion, which would lead to another Titan. That would lead to 2 Thunder Dragon effects to pop the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems... And is he then still able to OTK? Does he have enough damage on board then?
No, he doesn't really need to OTK at that point, right?
He's far ahead if he successfully manages to do that.
He has Colossus and Titan then. So I think he's okay.
But then Michael actually...
He has the Dark Ruler no more, but how does he come back then? He should be completely out of steam. There are no graveyard resources.
And also, Dark Ruler no more actually prevents you from doing damage that turn.
Yeah, and
so it feels kind of counterproductive to the OTK-ish hero deck,
and
right?
it also contradicts to Plasma.
That as well, yeah.
Which Plasma also not the best card in this situation because he's so far away from having 3 monsters in the next turn.
Yeah. Both games, Michael actually searched the Plasma, and both games it just stayed in his hand and did nothing so far. Game 1, it was enough, but Game 2 looks like Jan is going to have success breaking this board.
We forgot that he has Infinite Impermanence set.
Oh no!
But I mean, his monsters can be destroyed by battle, and Dark Law can snipe again.
Of course!
Dark Law
what do you want to hit here? You obviously want to hit the fusion.
Yes.
Oh, if he hits the fusion here, it could already be over.
I mean, you can still go for Colossus, right?
Yeah, but that's still just Colossus.
Yeah, but Colossus is bigger than Dark Law. So that's... Oh, and
that
he
was
got
a
rid
monster.
of the Thunder Dragon. So that's the ideal scenario for Jan. Gotta be honest, it was a 50-50.
It was, and Jan was unlucky before, so he was lucky. He was deserved to be lucky here.
Yeah. He really earned himself that one. Yes. So Titan is going to be summoned.
Where it comes. Second Titan.
In the middle
Titan
zone, don't like
enough.
that one.
Why don't you?
Because if you put it in the other zone and the right zone, then you can switch zones later on, and you kind of have 3 zones. But
Okay, yeah. If
it doesn't
you're
really
assuming
matter.
that you're getting rid of the Link Monster,
Yeah.
which is kind of likely. I agree.
It doesn't really matter at this point.
There comes the Impermanence on the Titan.
Yeah.
So the board will not be
And
taken apart by
it
the effect, at least.
Immediately takes 2 Thunder Dragons.
So, what could be a very good top deck for Michael in the next turn?
Let me just check his deck list.
Because we said that it's like not a very resourcey deck. He does not have a lot of resources after his first committing turn.
Not Stratos.
Stratos.
Or would be Stratos because he has Dark Rule on the Maw.
Yeah.
Something to give him many monsters that he can tribute for Plasma. How stylish would a Destiny Hero Plasma finish be?
10 out of 10 for me. I would really like that. And the fan favorites at home probably would like that one as well.
But he also has to get rid... Wow, he has to get rid of the Dread Decimator. How many heroes does he have in the graveyard? Can he run
Let
over
me
it?
just quickly look through. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heroes in the graveyard.
Wow,
at the
that would
moment.
mean that he would
So
have
that's 9 now.
3,300 attacks, right?
3, 4. It
Oh,
would
3,
be
4
there.
now, yeah.
Look, they just counted as well.
And I mean, it does piercing damage. Jan is at 1,500 life points. He might actually be able to push some damage. Like,
And Jan is not able to bring out another Titan this turn, right?
yeah.
He
Okay.
shouldn't be.
Okay. Honestly, Jan should still be kind of safe in this situation because, I mean, he can take 1k damage or he can take 800 damage in this scenario right now. And he still has the fusion access, so as long as you have your fusion, your one search, you're basically good to go. Because you can search for the duo and then you can do mask change.
But
Does that change anything?
I like it, I like it. But is the fusion?
Does he play
The
Anki?
fusion is not in the graveyard,
He's-
bro.
he's-
Because the fusion is banished because of Dark
Oh,
Claw.
that's right. But he's playing Anki, right? Dread Decimator is a darkness monster, right? So Anki can attack directly for half of the damage, right? Decimator is...
Let's just
okay,
check.
wait. Whoa.
We will definitely have
was
to
that
look it
top
up.
deck for game?
Oh, it could be. You're right, because Anki is normally able to attack directly. So Dread Decimator is a
Yeah.
darkness
This card can attack
monster.
your opponent directly, but when it does so, using this effect, the battle damage inflicted to your opponent
That's
is half.
1,400.
He could go for game. Can he go for game? Are we missing something?
But
Is
it-
this really happening? Did he just top deck mask change for game to attack with
Oh, it
Masked
could be.
Hero
And yes,
Anki?
Jan
This
is
is absolute madness.
Jan just grabbed his pen and he's protecting the Colossus from being destroyed by battle. But now Michael probably sees the opportunity to activate the mask change
the
right
mask
there.
change. He contribute the Dread Decimator, and
It's
now
coming,
we
it's
will
coming.
see the Masked Hero Anki, who can attack
Anki
directly.
right there.
Wow, this is
Crowd
such
is
an
going wild.
insane finish. 1,400.
He even
This is-
attacks the monster.
attacks
It-
over the what?
What is going on? He can attack directly.
Oh, he can
Oh.
search for another mask change.
Right, he's just going all the way and just. But is he playing double?
He
can
can
then he
just-
can just go into
something
another
fast,
one.
you know.
Yeah, right. Oh, we were already too hyped. We were one step ahead, but Michael wants to enjoy every single moment
Yeah.
of it right there, and he wants to go ahead and summon another
Wow,
monster.
what
But there
a
is the
finish
handshake.
of Michael. Stylish to the max. Wow, incredible.
Old heroes being the superstars nowadays as well, it seems like. 2-0 for our man from Australia. Superb performance right there. Superb top deck as well, we have to say.
We have all been missing Stratos, and Stratos just came back.
That was
Wow.
super, super cool. Like,
Wow.
I don't know whether we had that loud of an applause during that day
Yeah.
so far. People
crowd
love
went mad.
that. Yeah, Heroes always was a fan favorite, and it still is. People love
mean,
to see this deck winning.
Every single card of this deck looks super
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, right. Just all of them. Like, it is all the evil heroes, all the destiny heroes, all the elemental heroes, and here they're all working together, and they finally want to make heroes the best deck and maybe the
Yeah.
winner of a YCS
I
at
mean,
some point.
he has a score of 6-1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
6-1 at a YCS, that is already really strong.
Definitely. He's in a super, super good position. He can feel very, very comfortable now. He told us about his jet lag because
Yeah.
he traveled for like
Yeah.
a full day or so, but he still managed to
Yeah.
remember all of his combos right there.
But that's an England thing, I think. I think that's a UK thing because in Liverpool, a friend of mine actually went 6-1 with Ultimaya Zolkin heroes, and he also played like fusion plays to
Yeah.
go into the Draco Equist. Draco.
Yes, it's the Dragon Knight, right?
Yeah, and then he lost all the matches. But I don't
Let's
think
not
this
hope
is
that
going
is
to
the
happen
case
to
here.
Michael. He looked
Definitely.
pretty confident, and
Absolutely.
that was, wow, what a game. That
And I mean,
was
if he
amazing.
continues to top deck mask changes like that, he's
Yeah.
going to have no fear
Yeah,
because he's just in a super good position.
Yeah.
And I really want to hear from our winner. So JJ, please show us what our winner Michael has to say. Let's go over to the table again.
Well, thank you, Sebastian. Thank you, Sebastian. Now I'm here joined with Michael. Man, you just won a pretty intense game, clinching out that game 2 into Devastator, get into Mass Change with Anki again by attacking over the Colossus again, going into Last Fusion probably like a Dark Lord or another Anki. That was so wild. What was your feelings at that moment?
I was pretty happy because I thought I'd made a mistake earlier by searching the plasma. It was just stuck in my hand, and I was like, if that was honest Neos, I could have just won the game earlier. But yeah, the mask change made a big difference.
Okay, so now you kind of, there's been a lot of times where a lot of talk that Heroes has been kind of on the fringe of the meta. People have been kind of testing with the deck, but have had awkward hands on awkward matchups versus Thunder Dragon, where a lot of people thought, well, playing against Thunder Dragon is kind of, you help them a little bit in a way, banishing their stuff for them, but it didn't really help you or hinder you. Did you have any idea how to kind of play around this matchup? Was it testing for it?
I was just hoping that they would just keep going first at open impermanence to shut off Colossus, and then usually the deck just OTKs, so I was just hoping for that.
So more or less you kind of just go into second strategy, make sure pressuring your opponent out of the game, forcing them all through their resources and stuff in the first turn, and kind of edging them away like that. So how do you feel right now just going backs in 1, potentially making it into day 2, more than likely making day 2 if you clinch out the last round?
I feel pretty good, especially playing a deck like Heroes. I love the deck so much, and yeah, like you said, most people don't consider it to be like top of the meta or like very competitive, but I think it's pretty good choice.
No, I mean just being able to close out the game just now in such a stylish fashion. Mass change, is such a really strong card if you know how to use it properly. So thank you, Sam. Not Sam. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael, for coming by. Thank you for stopping by, everyone. And we are going to head off into the next round. There'll be more coverage after this.